What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. Okay, well, we have a major announcement coming up here in less than 72 hours, and that is when the next town hall is going to be. And since the last town hall and throughout the week, we have just been getting a bunch of hints from the team that there's going to be some major announcement. There was an announcement of an announcement for this upcoming town hall. And folks in the comments section have asked me to speculate on what that could be. Now, I wasn't planning to do a video on this, but I figured that it might be okay because I tried my hardest to find out and get any inside information that I could to see what was going on, even just a hint of what, it could be. But, doing music for the lore only gets you so far. So I am just as much in the dark with all of you guys. And I guess if I did know, I wouldn't be able to say anything. But since I have no clue what to expect outside of what we've seen in the town halls, I thought, okay, maybe we can speculate. And then we got this crazy exchange from Agrod this morning on the Mav chat, which kind of pushed me in a certain direction. So because there's been a lot of ideas thrown out there. Okay, so what was he saying? People were asking for a hint, and then he was just being coy and saying nope. And then finally, in the last thing that he said here, he probably didn't even think that was a hint, but he said, you're going to have to watch. Hopefully players will be excited with us as it's a pretty big opportunity to pull a large audience into our orbit. So that kind of confirmed some of my suspicions already, because I had been thinking to myself in conversations that I'd been having with other players and streamers and stuff, like I was just like, it's not going to be SPS ranked battle rewards because they've already mentioned that. And it's, if it goes live, it's not like this big secret announcement that they need. It's not brawl rewards because they've talked about that as well. And so it couldn't be anything from a developmental standpoint in the game, because I think we know what's coming and it's just a matter of that actually arriving. So this seems as though it could be partnership related. Now, again, I don't know anything outside of what's been shared in the town halls, and the four things that I keep repeating that Agrod has said previously are what is it? We know of Warner Music. There is something about casinos. There's something about sports, and then there's this potential tower defense game that is coming into the mix. So when it comes to those, if I had to speculate, I'm gonna give you my thought process on this, right? And this is all with stuff that I have heard from the team directly in public forums. So there's nothing. Again, I don't have any inside information here that I could share, but I don't know what it is. But I think there's certain things we can rule out. Now, on a previous town hall, Yaba Matt had said there was, or he had commented on the Warner Music thing and said that announcement was really early in the partnership. And so what that signaled to me, because people kept asking like, hey, is there stuff, what's going on with Warner Music, all these different things. And this was just maybe a month ago. It wasn't that long ago that he made that comment that they announced the partnership, or they announced the partnership really early in the partnership, right? So it sounded to me as though that might need some time to percolate a little bit more, that there probably are a lot of things that are in the works. And I know they announced it like back in February or March, sometime back in the spring, right? Or winter or spring. But even still, just the fact that he said that recently makes me feel like we might still be waiting on that for a while. Again, it's not like this is something that the team shares regularly. We don't get updates about Warner Music. So it could be something from there. But just based on how he was talking about it, made me feel as though it's not going to be one of those. It's not going to be a Warner Music thing, just because it sounds like it was still super early and there's still a lot being worked out, a lot of details being worked out, a lot of details of which we don't have information about, right? And they haven't shared with us. So that leaves this sports thing. There is a casino thing. And then there is the tower defense. Now, the tower defense is the only thing that we've gotten a little bit more information on, and that was from Hardpoint a couple of weeks back, and then I think Chatter and Agrod had talked about it. Now, I'm going to take you back maybe a month, maybe 2 months ago, whenever it was, when Hardpoint first brought up the this collaboration with another studio to work on another game, which ended up being the tower defense. But he mentioned that the studio was, or representatives from the other game studio were supposed to come onto the town hall and actually talk about, or actually get community feedback on the direction of the game. So that made it sound really, really early. I don't think we'd have a working piece of that right now. You know what I mean? I mean, we could, but it's also like they told us that the other studio wanted to have our input and our, like, the community's input, and so we haven't seen them in any town hall. Now, this could be the town hall in which they come in, right, and are saying like, hey, you know, this is what we want to do, blah blah blah, X, Y, and Z, similar to how we've done with some of the artwork with Nate, where it's just like, you know, what does the community think? Vote on A, vote on B, vote on C, right, on these maybe different art types or different game types or game modes. I don't know what it could be. All we know is tower defense. But due to the fact that, one, it seems as though they haven't come on yet, and two, the announcement sounds as if it's going to be something, as Agro said here, that would pull in a large audience to our orbit. I would say that an external studio working on a game for Splinterlands doesn't match this. It's not going to pull in a large audience. It's creating another game for us, which in the future could expand the reach of you know, games that, well, not games, but expand the reach of people who may enjoy these types of games, but it's not necessarily targeting another audience directly, right? It's going to do it indirectly by creating a game that's interoperable with Splinterlands, and then hopefully that can attract a larger audience. When he says this, it's pretty big opportunity to pull a large audience into our orbit. It sounds like that audience is already there, which leaves us with the other two options. Some kind of casino thing and some kind of sports thing. And I will tell you that I'm going to leave it right there because I have no idea. I think it could be one of those, but I'm not sure. And just based on the evidence that I've given you, or at least the evidence that I've been listening to myself, maybe I've missed something. So if I have, please let me know in the comments. But based on those factors and based on his comment here, I would say that with a certain level of not certainty, but just confidence, right? Certain level of confidence. I would think that it's potentially a partnership with. I would think it's potentially a partnership with one of these other social casino or sports thing. And again, whatever that ends up being, I don't know. I don't know the depth of it. I don't know the reach of it. I don't know anything about it, but that seems to be, or to make the most sense. Now, somebody made a comment a while back that the last time they made an announcement of announcements, it was the launching of SPS. So could it be another token that they're launching? Maybe, but I don't think so. We already have 3 tokens here, and that doesn't really make much sense. Plus, it doesn't pull in the large audience. The last thing that I will say, and this is kind of further out on the speculation curve, and based on something that Agro said in one of the recent town halls. Again, I don't know when, but it was within the last month, and I actually talked about it. It was one of my 5 biggest takeaway points from one of the recent town halls. And Agro had mentioned that doing airdrops potentially for some larger NFT projects, a la like a partnership with Bored Ape or CryptoPunks or whatever, where you essentially are giving or airdropping, you know, maybe some game assets to them so that they could get interested in that. Now, when he said that, my commentary on that point was that we literally just saw STEPN do that a month or 2 ago, where they essentially gave free shoe NFTs or sneaker NFTs to the Bored Ape Yacht Club community, and it was not received well. So I'm hoping that that's not the case, because I don't think that that's the best way to go. I think from a marketing standpoint, like if you guys haven't been checking out the Ali Straza streams, she's awesome, and those streams are a lot of fun, and it's really, really great to see new people coming into the game and somebody new learning the game and live streaming it as they go along. So those are the kind of partnerships that I would hope for, rather than just airdropping free stuff to people who don't care about the game at all, right? And I know what Agro had said it, but this game, right, and this team has a history of rewarding the players who have been here, not random people outside. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was surprising that he said that, and it was just, the timing was somewhat awkward because of the fact that STEPN had done it just recently, and it had not been received well. Now it's a cool idea potentially, right? Because let's say you airdrop a bunch of stuff to something as big as Bored Ape Yacht Club, and all of a sudden somebody from Bored Ape Yacht Club is like, oh, this is cool. I'm tweeting about this $100 or $200 card I just got. What is this game called Splinterlands? And they're tweeting out to their 500,000 followers. Yeah, sure, that could work, right? But is it the best way forward? I don't know. I guess it depends, right? It depends on what it is. But it doesn't seem like it worked out well for STEPN. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But at least the community wasn't a big fan. So while I don't think it's that, I'm not ruling it out. That could be it, but that's really, really far on the curve. Like I said, if I look at this and the whole pull a large audience into our orbit, it sounds as though it might be a partnership with the casino thing or a sports thing. Or again, like I said, it could be an audience that's already based around another NFT or maybe a collaboration with another game or something. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. I honestly don't know. And I wish I did, because then it'd be kind of cool to see everybody else. Like, it'd be kind of cool to see everybody else just talking about it and being like, how like when about the surprise ahead of time and you can see everybody guessing. It'd be fun to do that, but I can't. So I'm one of the people guessing, and I'm guessing here with you. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.